In a network, it may be quite possible that one of the networking elements, such as a router, could fail. If it is the only device, then the network functions come to a standstill. For that, various backup, failover, and resilience strategies are proposed. One of them is hot standby router protocol. In this module, we shall build the background for implementing failover as a hot swap using HSRP. Then we'd look at the procedure that HSRP implements as in Cisco to achieve such hot failover. And then we'd look at the support that some of the authors have done in INET framework through simulations. In order to understand how exactly hot standby router protocol works, Priscilla Oppenheimer sheds simple and straightforward light on how HSRP works, which is a proprietary protocol by Cisco. Martinius Ignatius Botha, in their paper titled Modeling and Simulation Framework, Incorporating Redundancy and Failure Probabilities for Evaluating Modular Automated Main Distribution Frame, is actually a master's dissertation at the University of Pretoria. They implemented resilience in the INET framework. What exactly necessitates HSRP to implement router failover? It may be possible that there's a default router for a stub network and there's a PC which is in active transmission through that router. What if the default gateway goes down? A hot standby router protocol based network allows a PC or a workstation to keep communicating on a network even if the default gateway goes down. This is implemented by introducing a concept of a virtual router, also known as a phantom router. The virtual router, as the name suggests, is not real. It has its own IP and MAC addresses. How exactly this virtual router helps to implement HSRP? We'll see that shortly through the detailed operation. Let's look at the visual of it. Here we see a workstation that is connected to the network, an enterprise network, through a virtual router. But we also see an active router and a standby router. So in reality, as you can see, the virtual router is slightly foggy or it's hazy. Why is it so? Because it's not real. The two real routers are the active and the standby. How do these three work in conjunction to each other? Each PC is configured to use the virtual router as its default gateway. It means the settings or the configurations done at the PC are the IP address of the virtual router. When a PC broadcasts address resolution protocol request to discover its default gateway, active router, which is active hot standby router protocol based router, it responds with the virtual router's MAC address. The active router sends hello message periodically. If this hello message is not heard by the standby router realizes that the active router is dead or it's not available, so it takes over. HSRP not only works for ARP within a single network, it also works for proxy ARP when we have a multi-hop network involved. The MS dissertation at the University of Pretoria implements the concept of failover and router backup, such as active and standby, through an automated main distribution frame that could house multiple routers. So in this figure, what you can see is that we have multiple clients connected to a single AMDF. This AMDF has an automatic controller that switches between active and standby routers.